And joining us right now is the three-division world champion, Sugar Shane Mosley. Shane, Brian Kenny here. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing out there?
I'm fine here, getting ready to go out to Las Vegas like yourself. So how was the topic even brought up that you were going to work with Oscar? How did that even come to pass?
Well, I mean, it first started, I think with Eric Gomez. He asked me, what do you think about going out to work with Oscar? And that was probably 2 months before they even did the press tour. And I said, no problem. I'll go out there and help him. I helped him before as a kid when he went to the Olympics and stuff like that. I said it wouldn't be no problem. So then later on he asked me again right before they went to camp. I said, yeah, just send me the plane ticket and I'll be on my way to Puerto Rico.
So what was it like?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun out there. I was on the water, on the beach, and it was very hot. I mean,
what was it like in the ring?
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was about Puerto Rico. But no, it was in the ring. Oscar is very sharp right now. It was like I was going to say, it was very hot out there in the ring. Like I lost like 6, 7 pounds like in one session. It was amazing how I was drenched. I even seen Paul Williams out there working out, getting ready for his fight with Margarito. But Oscar's looking very sharp. He's fast. He's hitting hard. I was doing the Mayweather style, and he was hitting me on the elbows and the arms, and I felt him with the 16-ounce gloves on, and they were like padded 16-ounce gloves too.
So you did try to mimic Mayweather and give that style. You did try to do that.
I did a lot of fast jabs, a lot of feints with the left hooks, a lot of overhand rights when Oscar comes straight ahead. Or comes at me, Oscar was doing very well. His jabs are very strong and fast. His punches are very crisp with me and all the other sparring partners. I think he's ready. He's looking good.
What do you see as important in this fight? I mean, I know you work with Golden Boys, so you obviously have a little bit of bias there. But give fans out there something to look for. What's important in this fight?
I think what's important in this fight is for Oscar to be able to stay on top of, not rush and try to rush and be on top of him, because everybody does that to Mayweather. They try to jump on him, and he's used to that. Maybe give him that constant pressure, not really on him, but on him with the consistent speed. I think Mayweather's never seen or hasn't been in there with somebody just as fast as Oscar. Oscar's pretty fast himself. The only person, for the exception of Zab Judah, but not as big and as fast as Oscar. So I think that's going to give Mayweather a lot of problems. Mayweather's going to do very well, I think, himself, because he's the small guy coming up with the speed and stuff. As long as he doesn't get caught, he should, I think that he's going to give Oscar a little bit of difficulties early on. I think Oscar has to figure him out, and once he figures him out, I think it's going to be, good night for Mayweather.
Good night? You mean he's got enough power that if he touches him, he hurts him, puts him away?
I think that if he touches Mayweather on the chin, he's going to put him down. I think Mayweather's underestimating the speed and the power of Oscar. It's not like fighting any of the guys that he fought. And I always say, you put any of those guys that Mayweather beat in the ring with Oscar, and he knocks them all out. So, I think Oscar's just a bigger and stronger and a faster person.
In Floyd's in Floyd's other super fight was, now granted it was at 130 pounds, but it was Diego Corrales. Diego does have a lot of power for a guy his size. Basically couldn't touch Floyd, was exhausted, and then got knocked out. How does Oscar avoid just losing rhythm, losing steam, being unable to hit Floyd Mayweather?
Well, I mean, with Diego Corrales, he had to lose probably like 18 pounds to get to 130. He's 6'1", he's getting down to 130, and then he fights Mayweather when he's dried out, and that wasn't the real Diego Corrales that we've seen in the fight with Floyd Mayweather. So I really can't use that as an assessment. I mean, anybody would have got in the ring at 130 and tapped Diego on the chin, and he went down. You never see Floyd put people down like that. So I know that was from his exhaustion of him just making the weight.
So Shane, what's going on with you now? So what are your plans? You're going to go watch this fight. You're waiting on this fight to see what happens?
I'm waiting on this fight to see what happens. Whether Floyd wins or loses, I'm right there in the wing. If he loses, he has to come back at 47 to fight me. If he wins, I'm the only fight that makes sense. That's a big fight. So I'm looking to fight Floyd next.
Really? What are your thoughts on Floyd? He said some things about you. I don't know. I'm sure it gets back to you eventually. Do you kind of simmer beneath the surface of the things he's saying about you?
No, I mean, Floyd, he says things that he believes and he feels, and I really don't pay no attention or no mind, but he knows deep down inside I'm a real fighter, and he got to come see me. If he wants to be the best, he wants to be considered the best, you got to beat the best. So, I'm right here. That's why you see me. I'm getting better and better in each fight. I'm waiting in the wing to. It doesn't matter who it is, really. The best fighter out there. And if Floyd's the best fighter out there, then I'm going to take him down.
All right, that'll be interesting. We'll deal with this week coming up first, and then we'll look to that. But it is something to look forward to. Shane, always a pleasure talking with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.